I, if you believe in God, I would repent. Lying and stealing is a sin. You taking food out my kid's mouth. And I'm so glad that I'm saved enough and comfortable enough with myself, because I'm a recovering alcoholic, and that could have set me back. You don't know what people going through. And it's not okay. It's not. You're not even trying to apologize or anything. Because I'm at work. So what? You already called out, and you're basically saying you did it. You're not saying it's false. So the right thing to do would be to apologize, right? Right, okay. You shouldn't try that again, especially when you don't know if you the first trip or not. Or just don't do it. You was right down the street. Went had McDonald's. Wasn't it 2 spicy McChickens and a big red large? Yeah. I remember the order. And can you make sure it's fresh, please? Got the audacity to ask for accommodations and then lie.
That DoorDash was a job for somebody else. You didn't realize that somebody else was at work, working, picking up food for you because you didn't want to go out to do it. And not only that, then you gave special instructions. Make sure it's fresh and double the ice or something like that, you told her. Then after they did all that and delivered it, you had the audacity to call and say that you didn't even get your food. But you had the right one, because she returned back to your job to let you know that she know that you called and reported that you didn't get your food when you had the food sitting right there in front of you. Now, how cheap is that? How cheap and how wrong is that in times that is hard like this, and somebody riding around doing DoorDash, making little or nothing, picking up those orders and delivering those orders, and you have audacity to call and say you didn't get your order, trying to get her in trouble on her job. Then when she came back, you gonna have the nerve to say you at work. Well, so was she. She was at work delivering an order to you that you claimed that you never got. That she know she delivered you because it was sitting right in front of you and ate it and had a drink sitting right in front of you. But was it worth it to lose your job over a McDonald's order? For real? See, karma comes back. And you know you was wrong. You had no remorse. You didn't apologize to the girl, give her no kind of excuse. You just acting like she irritating you because she on your job, confronting you about how you played her. See, that's what you get. What goes around comes back around. Now you done lost your job over a McDonald's order. Couldn't have been no more than $10. A whole paycheck. You lost a whole paycheck over a $10 DoorDash order. What y'all think about that? If y'all ain't heard about it, go look it up. DoorDash delivery. Girl claims she didn't get her DoorDash delivery. The girl showed back up at her job. And then the girl lost her job over a McDonald's order.
Nanny boo boo, Latasia from Hillside Group, you got fired. Now you can go eat doo-doo. I'm happy that you got fired. You were wrong for what you did. You try to pull one on the system and the system pulled one on you. And I 100% understand that Uber Eats driver's frustration. Because one time I went to CVS, I was doing DoorDash, and I picked up feminine products for this lady. I picked up tampons, Vagisil, and some other stuff. And I hand-delivered to this lady, and she told DoorDash that I did not give her her products. What am I going to do with tampons? Where am I going to put the tampons? I'm a man. And you know what it is? A lot of people don't have no regard for the next person's job. Whether it's Amazon, whether it's Instacart, whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, a lot of people don't have no regard for the next person's job. Yeah, you want your $17.92 back, but now somebody can't pay their rent, somebody can't buy medication for their kids, somebody can't pay their phone bills, all because you have no regard for the next person's job and because you wanted your $17 back so you could buy clothes on Temu or whatever the fuck you want to do with your $17. Tasha, whatever the fuck your name is, I am happy that you got fired. And now you got to do DoorDash. Now you got to do DoorDash. And I hope that happens to you every time you deliver somebody's food. I hope they mark it as them not getting it, because you were wrong for that. So happy that Hillside Group fired you. Lastasia, you that donkey of the day. You are the donkey.
If you dig one ditch, you better dig two. The trap you set just may be for you. Well, that lady at Hillside Medical, you know, the one that lied on the Uber Eats driver, say she didn't get her little McDonald's, and then when the girl came and confronted her, the drink is already sitting on the table. Notice how she didn't even look at that Uber driver, because she knew she was lying. She knew she had done that woman wrong, and she didn't even confess to doing it. She didn't apologize, nothing, which means she's used to doing that. See, she didn't lose her job over some McDonald's. You lost your job over a lack of character and integrity, heifer. You didn't care nothing about that woman losing her job behind your lie, but baby, look how that boomeranged on you and knocked you straight between your eyes. So let this be a lesson. If you got no character, people gonna find out. And in your case, everybody has found out. I almost said you could be an Uber driver. You could DoorDash, but you can't because you don't have no integrity. You'll be eating the people's food and not delivering it. Comment.
Lastasia, why did you lie and say you didn't get your McDonald's from the Uber Eats driver?
At work, I have 2 kids. I make $2 a trip. $2. And you gonna lie and say I didn't bring your food with your McDonald's cup right there?
That Uber driver posted that video. It is currently sitting at 6.5 million views. Latasia's employee, Hillside Medical Group, saw the video, and then they made their own video apologizing to the Uber driver, and then they fired Lastasia. It just goes to show how stupid some people could be, because you just allowed maybe a $15, $20 meal to cost you your job. The fact that she was so comfortable doing this, I guarantee you it's not the first time she did it. She just happened to do it to the wrong person, and that person decided to call her out on it. So not only did you lose your job for some free McDonald's, you now have to deal with the embarrassment of millions of people seeing you on.
To the lady that got fired from Hillside Medical Group for maybe over a double cheeseburger, that's what you get. That, you want to know why you got fired? It's for acting so nonchalant. It's not even the fact that it is the fact that you got fired for saying you didn't get your meal when that lady brought you your meal. It's the fact that when she came back to confront you that you indeed got your meal, and she is a parent that's trying to make money for deliveries, and you lied saying you didn't get your McDonald's and your McDonald's cup right there. It's the fact that you sat there so nonchalant, like, I don't care. And what? Now your job went on social media to apologize and fired your ass. You got fired for a goddamn McChicken at McDonald's for being a stuck-up and acting like you too good for the program. Now, you have to find another job so you can get some McDonald's. Like, what the fuck? Now, you might didn't think you was going to risk your job, because it's like you could have thought, like, what's my job got to do with me saying I didn't get a meal from McDonald's when the DoorDash people brought it and I didn't get it? No, you didn't think you was going to risk your job. But you risked your job because you was at work and this lady's in there recording you at your job and you acting like you don't care when you work in something of customer service related. Like, you just be making yourself look bad. Now you fired over a damn McChicken. It could have been a double cheeseburger. It could have been $1.99 meal. $20 to $30 is probably the most you spent, and you done lost your job and your career over it because you was being a stuck-up, acting like you was too good for the program. You better go sign up for McDonald's now. You gonna need a meal. Better go in there and flip them burgers.
First off, let me just say I salute all of you DoorDashers and Uber Eats drivers, because that job is a skill all in itself. It's not for the weak, and I'm weak, okay? I did that DoorDash and stuff for about a week and just punked out. So I salute all the DoorDashers who make this a full-time job and drive around all day long delivering food to people's house. So the fact that this lady was foolish enough to lose her job over a $20 meal, if you really think about it, because the meal might have been $10, but we all know how them DoorDash prices are. And don't forget, this is not the first time she did this. This is just the first time that she wasn't able to get away with it. So now you done lost your job. You weren't even remorseful. And you have to deal with almost 6.5 million people looking at you and remembering you as the girl who got her foolish behind fired over a $10 meal. Was it worth it? You might have to take your butt to McDonald's and get a job application now. Shame, shame, shame.